Hi. You'll no doubt remember the fad doing the rounds a couple of years ago about selling stuff on Amazon. There was quite a buzz about it and loads of people signed up for courses on how to do it. Unfortunately, like most things in life, there's a right way and a wrong way to do something, and the gurus were teaching an outdated model, even for Amazon. The result was that very few people even got their course money back, let alone made any decent profits, and I'll tell you why. But first, let me tell you how Amazon works. And yes, it does work, spectacularly. It works by selling practically anything in the world that you want at very reasonable prices, and that can often be delivered to your door the same day. They have a no-quibble returns policy and a great website, and millions upon millions of people around the world use it daily. It's easy, it's quick, and it's convenient, and it's unquestionably the largest retail selling outlet on Earth. And Jeff Bezos, the founder, is now the richest man on the planet. Now, given that such a store can showcase your products, promote them for you, stock, sell, and ship them, how can it be possible to fail? Well, the answer, my friends, is in the products themselves. Look, there is only one way in the world to make money. You sell something and someone else buys it. Actually, to be strictly truthful, you don't make money, you get it off other people. All the money in the world is already out there, and the trick is to get the people who have it to give some of it to you. Simple, hey? Unfortunately, very few people are going to give you their money for nothing. They want something in return for it, and it has to be something that they want and that fulfills their needs. Now, you may have designed, perfected and produced the most amazing rhinoceros toenail clipper the world has ever seen. But how large do you think your market is? Similarly, you might be selling dishcloths, but wouldn't you think that the market is saturated with dishcloth sellers? There's no question that big money is made in the areas of health, wealth and happiness, and the gurus push their students in that direction. Now that should have worked, except they push them mostly towards vitamins. Now the vitamin market is huge, no doubt about it, but it's also very competitive, and it was never going to cope with some thousands of newcomers entering the arena. This is what the gurus taught. You source the appropriate vitamins in China and agree a supply and delivery deal with the producers. That's known as FOB, or free on board. Now you rebrand the product and you have the labels and stuff and the instructions printed and affixed to the containers. You have them boxed and shipped to your country. But remember that you can't buy a dozen or 20 units. You need to buy a considerable amount, usually at least 10 grams worth of each different product. Now at the port they have to be offloaded and warehoused, where they can be inspected by customs and the tax is calculated. You pay for all that, and then you have to pay to have them shipped to the Amazon warehouses where you pay storage fees. Now you have to sell them, and you're in competition with sellers who are household names in the business. Let's face it, 1000 milligram tablets of vitamin C are the same, whoever sells them. How can you add value to make yours look a better deal against the household names? The answer is you can't. Your only hope is to reduce the price and therefore your profit to try to make some sales. The final thrust of the dagger comes when the big companies, who've been in business for many years and have big bucks at their disposal, can afford to slash the price of their vitamin C tablets crazily low to use them as a loss leader and force you out of the market. And that's just what happens. Your products sit on the shelf and you go bust. Whenever you import physical products, you are going to have the same problem. I had a guy sit in front of me a couple of years ago bragging about his new Amazon business. His product? Peppermills. Now I don't know how many different designs of Peppermills there are in the world, but you could never stock them all, and you can bet that you don't stock the one a particular buyer is looking for. He went the usual route. He sourced in China, he rebranded and imported and everything. I think he was importing 6 different Peppermills. When I delved into the financials, I discovered that his net profit on each sale was just $5. Now this was crazy, and he had to go bust. And he did, quickly. Let's look at this model. What could the maximum markup, and therefore profit, be on a Peppermill, or a teddy bear, or a yoga mat, or a tub of vitamin C? Not a lot. You'd have to sell a lot just to break even and thousands upon thousands to become wealthy. Does that sound reasonable and achievable? No. And yet it can be done. How? Well, we're sticking with the health, wealth and happiness market, but we're going to sell information. Information in the form of how-to DVDs and downloads. How to do Pilates, how to lose weight, how to get a six-pack, how to slim down, how to get fit, how to relieve backache, how to learn to swim, how to trade the stock market, how to invest in property, how to sell on Amazon. Well, I think you get the idea. The great thing about information is that when you source and import it, it comes over the internet. There's no carriage, no customs, no duties, no taxes. You just download it. And how much can you charge for information? Well, as much as you think it's worth, because there's no preconceived value range for information. For example, a blank DVD is worth just a few pence, but if it was loaded with information that guaranteed that you could make $1,000 a week, how much will you pay for that? There's a huge market for how-to videos and downloads. People will happily pay for information even if they never use it. And of course they make great gifts. Even better, there's no need to have thousands of DVDs produced and stored in boxes in your home. All that's handled remotely by fulfillment houses. Once your product is rebranded, and we'll show you how to do that, you send the artwork to a fulfillment house. Now, when you get an order on your website, for example, you just forward that order to the fulfillment house and they'll print the DVD and mail it off for you. The fulfillment house will also print off DVDs and send them to Amazon for you. And Amazon will stock them, market them, sell them, deliver them, and then send you the money. It doesn't get much easier than that. That's all you have to do. It's pretty well hands-free once you've set it up. Another thing is that you're not restricted to rebranding the information just the once. You can creatively rebrand as often as you like and have dozens of products from the one master disc and hundreds of products in total that won't cost you a penny. The negligible startup costs make it a winner too. And there's always a season for selling information. Christmas time, of course, reigns supreme. But it doesn't stop in January. What happens in the new year? People want to join gyms. They want to get fit. They want to lose weight. In the spring, they're thinking about getting a beach body for the summer. And of course, we have all the sports going on, golf, tennis, etc. It never ends. Well, right now you're probably thinking, yeah, right, but how do I find these products? Where are they and what do I do with them? Yep, sourcing products is probably the hardest part. So we made that easy. We do it for you. We have sourced dozens of products, and if you're part of our program, we give them to you for free. They won't cost you a penny, and when you make sales, you don't pay us any commissions or royalties either. Every penny you make, you keep. Not only that, but we'll handhold you through the entire setup process, show you how easy it is to rebrand your products and get them to the market. And like I said earlier, compared to the other way of selling on Amazon, the costs here are negligible and the profits much higher. Well, you're probably fed up listening to me waffle on, but if you're interested to know more, just visit here, where you can find out for free and in more depth exactly how it works and the kind of money you can expect to make. Just click the link or copy it into your browser. You'll be surprised at just how easy this whole thing really is, and you can check out our £10,000 guarantee as well. Yes, we offer a £10,000 guarantee. Do it now and I'll see you there.